Far below the reach of sunlight, deeper than Mount Everest is tall, the ocean floor splits open into vast scars in the Earth's crust. These are the hadal trenches, alien worlds of crushing pressure, near-freezing temperatures, and total darkness. At depths plunging beyond 36,000 feet in places like the Mariana Trench, the pressure is over 1,000 times greater than at sea level. Steel would crumple, submarines groan. And yet, life not only survives here, it thrives in forms so strange they seem imagined. The most iconic resident of these abyssal realms is the snailfish, particularly the hadal snailfish discovered in trenches like the Mariana Trench and the Kermadec Trench. At first glance, it looks fragile, translucent, gelatinous, almost ghost-like. But that softness is its secret weapon. Without rigid bones or air-filled cavities to collapse under pressure, the snailfish's body is perfectly adapted to withstand the crushing weight of the ocean above. Special proteins stabilize its cells, and antifreeze-like compounds keep it functioning in near-freezing water. It lives where almost no other fish can, making it one of the deepest-dwelling vertebrates ever recorded. Even more unsettling is the giant amphipod, a shrimp-like crustacean that can grow larger than your hand. In trenches such as the Tonga Trench, these scavengers roam the darkness, feeding on anything that drifts down from above: dead fish, whale carcasses, even plant debris. In a world where food is scarce, they are opportunists. Their oversized bodies may be a case of deep-sea gigantism, a phenomenon where certain species grow larger in extreme depths. Imagine lowering bait nearly 7 miles down and watching pale, armored creatures swarm it within minutes. The abyss is not empty. It is waiting. Then there's the tripod fish, a creature that seems almost mechanical. Found in deep ocean basins adjacent to trenches, including regions near the Philippine Trench, it balances on elongated fin rays like stilts, facing into the current. Nearly blind, it relies on touch rather than sight. It stands motionless for hours, sensing vibrations in the water until unsuspecting prey drifts close. In a place where energy conservation is survival, patience becomes a weapon. Among the most ethereal inhabitants is the deep-sea jellyfish, including species of Hydromedusae that pulse slowly through the black water. In the hadal zones near the Japan Trench, scientists have observed bioluminescent jellies emitting faint blue glows. Light, down here, is language. It can attract prey, warn predators, or lure mates. When submersibles descend into the trench, their lights sometimes trigger silent fireworks, living constellations flashing in the void. Equally mesmerizing are the xenophyrophores, giant single-celled organisms that carpet parts of the trench floor. Though they resemble sponges or corals, they are actually enormous protozoa, some stretching several inches across. In areas of the Mariana Trench, xenophyrophores create intricate structures from sediment particles, forming fragile homes on the seabed. They accumulate heavy metals and may play a crucial role in trapping carbon. Imagine a single cell building a structure large enough to see with the naked eye in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Lurking nearby are polychaete worms, bristled and alien in appearance. Some species inhabit hydrothermal vent systems found along tectonic boundaries that intersect deep trenches. Near the Kermadec Trench, vent communities thrive not on sunlight, but on chemicals spewing from the Earth's crust. These worms host symbiotic bacteria that convert toxic compounds like hydrogen sulfide into energy. It's a reminder that life does not always need the sun. Sometimes it feeds on the planet itself. Crustaceans, known as hadal isopods, also patrol these depths. Related to the pillbugs in your garden, these pale, armored scavengers have been filmed in trenches such as the Puerto Rico Trench. Their segmented bodies and powerful jaws allow them to tear into carcasses that sink from the surface. In an ecosystem defined by scarcity, a single whale fall can support a community for years. When food arrives, it triggers a frenzy in the stillness. Sea cucumbers, particularly transparent species adapted to extreme pressure, drift just above the trench floor. In the Japan Trench, researchers have observed them moving like slow-motion balloons, using tube feet to inch along sediment. They consume organic particles that settle like marine snow. It may not be glamorous, but without them recycling nutrients, the trench ecosystem would collapse. Even in the deepest darkness, there are janitors keeping the system alive. Predators also claim their share of the abyss. The cusk eel, a long eel-like fish found in deep trenches, including the Philippine Trench, navigates the blackness with heightened sensory organs. Though not as deep-dwelling as the snailfish, some species venture into hadal depths. They hunt crustaceans and smaller fish, proving that even here, food chains form complex webs of survival and pursuit. And then there are the microbes, the true rulers of the trenches. In sediment samples from the Mariana Trench, scientists have discovered thriving communities of bacteria and archaea adapted to immense pressure. Some metabolize methane, others break down organic matter buried for centuries. These microorganisms form the base of the hadal food web. Without them, none of the larger creatures could exist. They are invisible architects sustaining life at the edge of what we once thought possible. What makes these 10 creatures so extraordinary is not just their strangeness, but their resilience. In perpetual darkness, under pressures that would crush a human instantly, life has engineered solutions we are only beginning to understand. Flexible cell membranes, pressure-resistant enzymes, symbiotic relationships with bacteria. Each adaptation is a testament to evolution's creativity. The deepest trenches are often compared to outer space, and for good reason. They are isolated, extreme, and largely unexplored. We have mapped the surface of Mars in greater detail than parts of the Mariana Trench. Yet every expedition reveals something new. A species never seen before, a behavior never recorded, a reminder that Earth still holds mysteries in its darkest corners. In the end, these creatures challenge our assumptions about the limits of life. They show us that even in crushing silence, in absolute blackness, ecosystems can flourish. The trenches are not barren voids. They are living frontiers, worlds within our world, where evolution has written one of its boldest chapters far beneath the waves.